Hey buddies, welcome to Mass Games. My name is Simon. I'm using another different microphone. I should be recording a higher quality here, so hopefully this is coming across okay. It's in November now. This is the next, a Mass Games podcast update. And relating to October, there were 166 plays, 174 players. This is due to Spiel SN effect. Over 239 hours, over 31 days, 53 games, 36 of my copy, and 23 were new to me. Findorf was the most played game that I played. According to BGG, I'm the most logged plays for it too. And scores have definitely increased and upon increasing. However, with another new player, someone I've mentioned before on the show, Michelle, she is very good with the first game and to win, and she crushed us. So, yep, goes to show that you can play a game such as that, which is a new game, and don't worry about kind of first player or prior game plays advantage. So, yeah, let me tell you firstly and foremost what I've been playing since the last update, which has been the October the 15th. And I'll tell you some other games that recently have arrived too. So, Sniper Elite, the board game. This is a hidden movement game. You might want to check out my videos on the channel for that. Also, some mystery games. There's Sagrada. I've been playing that again. I had mentioned it in the last episode. Obviously, meeting Daryl Andrews. Andromeda's Edge. This is this game which has improved on me, but this game involves. So you can check out my video for this, relating to its kind of worker placement with tech trees and being careful with how you want to try and control various areas. There's a bit of area control going on too, but other games have got involved. Go Fish as well. I've also been playing some of the recent yellow titles, so they've been recorded. So they're going to be live this month. These like mystery in the box kind of games as well. We had a lot of them in October. More games of Findorf, as well as Nana Toradori, which I haven't fully gotten bored with, but I appreciate it. It's a kind of a game similar to, I guess, Hanabi, where you can't rearrange your cards, picking cards and try and place stuff down. I've also been playing Duck and Cover, which I'll have another video out for as well. As well as that, I've been playing 2-1B Baker Street, the Marketer's Detective, so now that's live as well on the channel. There's another game, a Harry Potter game, which has been recorded and will be live too. More games of Mamalath. So there's actually been Hexacon, I think maybe since I last spoke to you as well. More games of Klondike, Volterra. Yeah, that's true. So yeah, Klondike, I played. This is a dexterity game. You can check out the video for that. Volterra is a two-player abstract strategy game by Schmidt Spieler, and now published by Helvetique. This is a game which I prefer over Santorini. I'm quicker, and it's wooden pieces rather than plastic pieces, and it's not going to hold your pizza in place, which is what the pieces in Santorini can do. But also Uptown. This is also by the publisher Nestor Games over in Spain, and you are looking to variously area control over 7 different columns or files or ranks, whatever you want to call them, and to do that, you have various different 3D cubes pieces, and you're going to place those shapes out, those like polyominoes, but obviously they're 3-dimensional, and make sure there's no gap underneath. But again, just search to check out my Uptown video as well as my most played game. I think one of my most played games, Mamalath, another 2-player game whereby the winning condition is the subset of the losing condition. That's because you're placing n in a row, so you're trying to do 3 in a row, let's say, well, there's 3 in a row in fact, but underneath the 3 in a row, if there's already animals there because you're playing in a forest, is the theme here, or the setting, means that you will lose. So you need to remove the forest pieces first, but if you remove them, then your opponents could go there. And if they get 3 in a row first, then they will win. Also, Wizard Jubilee Edition. So this is a trick-taking game for 3 to 6 players, whereby you're trying to predict how many tricks you come in as well. So I play that 3 new players who typically don't play card games, because 2 of them, when they often play as a 2, they wouldn't get a chance to, so they enjoy that very much. Also, Heart of Crown Fairy Garden, the final of the main suggested boxes. So now we're going to try out you can either do randomizers of the 30 options, but I've picked 10 that I think I'd love to try. They're definitely among the top 12 favorites, so I think we're going to have a good time with that, and then maybe try out the expansions. Footprints as well, playing through about half of these different, this is a video out now as well, games set in the Neolithic times, whereby you're trying to get various points, doing various things, unlocking various bonuses on cards. There's 14 cards, everyone has 14 cards. They're all slightly different because whoever you play as, you get a certain distribution of different colours, and those colours means you can move on to ice or onto tundra, amongst other things. And You can either play the top of the card, which will allow you to boost your movement on those various terrains, or the bottom half, which allows you to move. So you might want to boost movement before you move, because that obviously means you can move further, which means you can unlock bonuses, but maybe you want to unlock those bonuses by moving there first as well. Clue Conspiracy. So I've got this last year, it's my Hasbro. This is sold very well. I think like 30,000 copies in Germany. And it's a game whereby it's pretty much Clue, or Cluedo. Obviously, Cluedo is in the UK because of Ludo. They thought add on the do from the Latin word for play, which is Ludo. However, I think I like the name Clue Conspiracy. I think it does flow very nicely. Apparently, it's designed though by it's a Cluedo Conspiracy by the designer of Secret Hitler. Although I didn't really feel it was that Secret Hitler-y to me. It feels like it had a lot of Cluedo going on in that. Also, another game. This is a Hooch game, which you'll find live probably this month as well. I think that's very likely. Also, Cheese Thief, that's live on the channel now. This is a social deduction, very simple social deduction game for ages 10 plus. I've seen kids playing this over in Essen, so I was teaching them that. And yeah, might want to check that one out. Also, time's up, so I've been playing more of that. I've got 9 more sets to go through before I finish everything in that box. Knockmail Deluxe has been effective, so I played a couple of games of that. And even Ingrid Marcus Brandt have been sharing like my video for that, which has been all images for that too. So this is the Deluxe edition, which has the wipeable boards and a very noisy dice tower. Also been playing Astronite, so teaching this and playing it for the first time as a 4. I think I don't really like it as best as a 4. It's definitely not best. I think it's maybe just it feels like it takes a bit longer. And actually the cards are, it says, 1 or 2, player 1 or 2, or player 3 or 4. When that card gets drawn, it's like, oh, after you, and you pick. So it gives you a bit more, some respects, almost less agency. It's like, okay, well, who gets to pick? So there's more choice. But at the same time, yeah, I don't know. I can see it makes it more easier for players, but just knowing that if there's a wild or something, I think I prefer that as well. Monza, this is a Habba game, a 20th anniversary edition. Not a nice game. This is where you're rolling dice and you're just moving around a track based on the color of what it is, and you can block people, and yeah, it's a bit too thinky, and I just don't recommend it. It's one of my least favorite Habba games compared to Klondike, which is one of my favorite ones. Also, Azul, a 3-way tie, 59 points. The winner, or 2 of the winners, actually happened to tie for having the most on a completed row. However, they said, no, I want to share it 3 ways. I was all right, so thank you for that. Horrified, played this over Halloween, so we've now played through every monster for Horrified, so it's been quite good. We are going to try with 3 monsters, but it's much harder, and I don't think we're going to do very well. An extra book and case booklet, so sheets of paper for 2-1B as well. Going to be playing through them because I think there's only 80 sheets, which isn't enough to play all 75 cases as a 3. The promo pack of the 2022, very expensive as it's completely sold out now to get hold of. Promo pack for Sagrada I've also tried out. I didn't win though, and yeah, it was nice enough of the promo pack, but I don't think it's anything to write home about. Also been playing with Fields of Arla, so trying out the new travel destination Basel, which I did not end up using. I lost by 4 points, 106 to 110. Unconscious Mind I played on Tuesday though, so this was the all-in light edition, which basically means you get all the expansions in one box rather than someone getting loads of different boxes, which would save 20% on shipping by not having all separate boxes. Also played Tickets Ride Collection 8, so map Collection 8, Iberia and South Korea. I played South Korea, whereby all the colours are in different in the same groups. So if you play certain colour cards, then you're just going to be dominating those regions. And the downside is you really are waiting for certain colours to come up. It was meant to be a very close game, but I misread one particular bit whereby you have a +1, a +2, and a +3 card which you can use, and I held back on using, which I think cost me the game, whereby you can add +1 by paying an extra card to get an extra point score, or +1 or 2 or 3, whatever you want to use, to draw more cards. So if you're doing a draw card action, you draw 3 blind. If you did a +3, then that card's now used for the game. Or you can bump up a track, and whoever's further along these like separate tracks will get 10 points. So if you lay a 3 track, you place a train carriage, which you're going to be burning through your train carriages if you want to use one up, on position 3. But if someone positions 1 and 4, then they will win. If they put position 1 and 2, then the person who put on 3 will win if you're playing as a 2. So yellow players if I go 1 and 2, so playing at a level 1 track and then a level 2 track later, then I place 1 on 1, 1 on 2, totals 3. If they come along and place down a level 3 track and another carriage on that 3 position, they win the tie because they're further along on that track. Anyway, so there's 8 different colours. I won 5 of them, so I was doing really badly because Unlike other Ticket to Rides, there's an official version in this version whereby apparently it's house ruled and other versions of the games, whereby you draft your starting tickets. And this cost me massively because I didn't want to take as my first two cards. My first card would chain well with my second card. When I drafted it, I didn't get that card back again. So it was a 15 points, which I managed to get. They had to get 11 points. They managed to get it 2. But then I was left with a 22 pointer and a 20 pointer. So yeah, they were drafted and came back to me, and unfortunately, I lost 44 points or something like that, which was a massive swing. And I managed to be quite close in the end, but I needed that other 10 points on one of those colours, and I would have swung it by 20 points to, I think, win it by 1 point. Also playing to Cal, so check out my video for this, Harrow County, which is a lovely off-the-page game. I know they've accepted a collaboration on Instagram, whereby you are trying to asymmetrically, and it's beautiful components, try to get various win conditions. So for them, they were trying to get alignments of various people to try and reach some like farmers, try and bring them back. Whereas I'm trying to get an alignment of storms and trying to blow down some houses. And there's a cube tower in it, such as found in Shogun and stuff like that, which is part of the box, which is quite a clever integration. Lots of Game of the Tea Garden, already played it 4 or 5 times. And what this game's all about is by Thomas Hollick, and it's by Albie, and you are going to have a handful of cards. You are going to use the ability on the top card that you play. So this could have a value 1, 2, 3, whatever it is on it, and you can combine them, but it's that topmost card is going to be what you're using the middle card ability for, which is known as a secondary action, and you're trying to get the most points by, amongst other things, maybe getting out some pagodas, which will give you more tea leaves. Tea leaves you can then ship off to a caravan and get yourself points that way. You could go up on an Emperor track, which you might get 10 points by reaching top of that, as well as getting Emperor cards. And getting Emperor cards can give you points at the end, up straight up 12 points, or it might be a multiplier, which might max out at 18 doing other things, as well as a few other things, such as going around a university track, which can give you points, and also moving along the river, which can give you 25 points if you reach the end, over anybody else who comes second, which they wouldn't get as many. Also playing other expansions for Destinies, there'll be more videos for that too. Other games such as Refuge, which have opened and played at a few player counts now. A simple bag builder like Quack Squidlenberg. Dominant Species, fairly long game of that one. Losing by only 4 points again, very close game. And yeah, that pretty much sums up for now. More games I will be playing, and other games arrived. 5 games are arriving in the USA address on Wednesday, which is today after tomorrow, as well as a game arrived today with an expansion, actually, from Weird City Games. So looking forward to speaking to you about those games. There were some other things I was going to mention, but bizarrely I seem to have suddenly forgot about them. Oh, humidity. So now experimenting with, you might even hear it in the background, whirring, a dehumidifier, because around winter time, whilst it's less humidity outside, with drying of clothing and more windows generally being closed, people breathing and drinking hot drinks or whatever, yes, I'm a bit worried about the funk and the worry with certain games, especially with one of the games rooms. There was just moisture and condensation all over that particular window, so a bit worried about that too. Hopefully that's not going to be an issue. Lots of dice distancing videos going live this month. So 105, I think, went live a couple of days ago. 106 went live today, or 6 and 7. 108, 109 have already been filmed. I think 110 and 11 as well. So keen to know, obviously let me know in the comments over on YouTube about those ones, if you're curious about how they're going on. And yep, speak to you again soon. Enjoy the games. Back to the table.